Hey guys, how's it going? It is chapter 9 of the 50th Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent. We're almost there, guys. And we have one chapter left. Can you believe it? It freaking flies. Chapter 9 is push beyond your limits and self-beliefs. Your sense of who you are will determine your actions and what you end up getting in life. Like we've said, in many different ways, it all starts with you. Right here. Master yourself. You can master anything. It all starts. You are the beginning. You are the nucleus. So you must train yourself. And with that is with what you feel that you deserve. You must train yourself to ask for more. You must train yourself to aim higher. Like, let's say you want to aim for, let's look at like the grade scale range. You want to aim for a B. Well, you better actually like set up for an A+. Or let's say you're trying to hit a certain quota for that month in sales. Bump it up by like 20% more. Just always push it further than what you initially think, so you can always excel and move forward. And believe that you are destined for something great. Know that you are destined for something great. That inner knowing and feeling will attract so much. That's how abundance comes in, when you're also radiating that as well. Self-worth comes from you. Comes from right here. You could have Joe Schmo, Billy Bob Hoo-Ha, Jelly Bean Marquise saying all these things about you, good or bad, and if you take that to heart, then they get to determine your worth because you're allowing that. People always have shit to say. And if you're going in a field or even in your everyday life, if you're allowing the people around you to determine how your emotions are going to flow and feel, then life is not going to be great. And this is coming from someone that used to people please. I used to definitely allow that, and it wasn't very grounding whatsoever. And it didn't allow for growth and excelling, because someone always got something to say. Someone's always ready to knock you down a peg, then lift you back up, or shoot you up a peg. And even if people are giving you positive affirmations and reinforcement, cool, that's awesome, but all of your self-worth shouldn't come from the remarks of them. Because at the end of the day, you're in here. You got to live in here. You got to experience it. Everyone else you don't know if they're going to be around tomorrow or the next day. Everything is fleeting. Everything is fleeting. So get it right in your zone. Get your auto zone right. Go get that oil change in your head and fix that shit. People will naturally follow those that know where they're going and what they're doing. I know I'm destined for great things. You know you're destined for great things. That's paint under my nails, okay? I just can't come off acrylic. And moving in that confidence and knowing brings a crowd. What's going to happen next? People want to see. Page 235. Let me point out to you that freedom is not something that anybody can be given. Freedom is something people take. And people are as free as they want to be. James Baldwin. When we're all born, we all get born at one point if we exist on this planet. You're born with no identity and no ego. As you are aging and developing in your youth to adulthood, you develop a personality, and a lot of that's shaped from outside forces, if that's parents, environments, things you've been through, community. Many of the criticisms that you take in that really shape you and opinions are not objective towards you. And what I'm saying by that is people tend to project their own fears and fantasies on what role they want you to play in their life so that they can feel better or for their plot and storyline, which is absolutely delusional because you have the choice to be who you want to be, and they have no say at the end of the day. The other hand, let's say you are doing your thing, but if you allow people's opinions to get to you, they're going to say things to try to keep you small. And that's due to envy and not understanding how you can just be out here popping, locking, and dropping. Page 242. Understand, you are in fact a mystery to yourself. You began life as someone completely unique, a mix of qualities that will never be repeated in history of the universe. In your earliest years, you were a mass of conflicting emotions and desires. Then something foreign to you is placed over this reality. Who you are is much more chaotic and fluid than this surface character. You are full of untapped potential and possibility. That's bars. As a child, you had no real power to resist this process, but as an adult, you can easily rebel and rediscover your individuality. Yes, scrap all of it. Scrap it all. Take it to the junkyard and rewrite that shit. Like, damn straight. Rewrite who you want to be in your story. You can take everything that you've been through from the moment you came out of your mother to where you're at right now and decide to change. It doesn't define you. Those are experiences, that is wisdom and knowledge of things maybe you do want to continue, facets you do like of yourself, and then the opposite, what you want to rewrite and change. Utilize it to your power and create something you didn't even know was possible. Anything's possible, really. Untying yourself from the opinions of others is difficult to unlearn. And breaking from that habit, especially if you've been a people pleaser, it's such a game changer for you. You're like walking around with your sunglasses at night. It's like that kind of vibe. You're like, okay, like, no one can mess with me and my boundaries because I know what's up within me. And that just gives you a lot of power to tap into your potential, and it won't slow you down. No one can slow you down. No one should be able to slow you down. Freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Let's talk about it as a state of mind. Freedom is being a state of mind is something you constantly need to work towards. Like, I'm not saying like hard work every day, like, a little upkeep here and there, and just like, a little housekeeping. But it's a constant active motion. So just like if you're going to the gym or you're working on a skill, like an instrument or an art, you work on it so then everything's nice and buttery and in flow. If not, you take some time away from it. You got to get the rust off, as we say. And that's the same thing with your mind and your reality. You want to stay in flow, you got to have that continuous freedom in your mind. Housekeeping. We're going to go over the keys to this chapter. The first one is defy all categories. We're going to talk about a wonderful woman. Rest in peace, Amelia Earhart. The book goes into great detail about her as a child and growing up, and just overall how she always looked for a sense of adventure. And she could do many jobs, very versatile jobs, and absolutely kill it. Once she discovered that she wanted to be a pilot, her passion and her freedom just bursted. And everyone that came in contact with her through her journey said that she wasn't overly feminine, overly masculine, or necessarily androgynous, that she was just a complete, unique mix of herself and unique qualities. She just stayed unique and true to her. And she was a risk taker till the day she went. And she did everything in her own way, in her own language. So just do things in your language. Do things in your hue, in your color, in your seasoning. It's going to be different than everyone else's. It's okay that it's not the same. Maybe your spice is a spice that's needed for some extra saturation in life. You don't know like how you'll affect others by just being 100% yourself and authentic. The second one is constantly reinventing yourself. Consistency is an illusion anyway. Each passing day brings change within you. You must not be afraid to express these evolutions. The powerful learn early in life that they have the freedom to mold their image, fitting the needs and moods of the moment. In this way, they keep others off balance and maintain an air of mystery. You must follow this path and find great pleasure in reinventing yourself, as if you were the author writing your own drama. You are the author writing your own drama. You are creating your own life every day. With each action you do, with everything that you do with intention. And, things add up over time and build momentum and energy. Staying consistent, in the gym, staying consistent to your craft. That is good. But, staying consistent with image that maintains no growth or change, you're predictable. People might perceive you as weak. They know what Sally is going to do next Sunday. Add some twist. Let's say you've created an art piece, right? And people know you do art. Add a twist to it. How are you going to present it differently? Are you going to be an extension of that piece? Are you going to create a video or a short film or create poetry with it? Are you going to produce it in a way, mass produce it in a way that's different than others? Is it interactive? There's so many ways to just slightly change and get a synonym of what most people do. But that synonym is just so different than what the main point is. Are we following that it catches attention? It's like adding glitter to a sticker. Or adding you remember smelly stickers? I used to go crazy for those scratch and sniff stickers. It's like that, adding a scent to a sticker. Wow, it's hitting another can't even talk. I'm so excited. It's hitting another one of the senses. It's whoa, you know what I mean? There's a wow factor to it. Subvert your patterns. My water is causing a scene. 256, the bottom. Animals depend on instincts and habits to survive. We as humans depend on our conscious, rational thinking, which gives us greater freedom of action, the ability to alter our behavior according to circumstance. And yet the animal part of our own nature, that compulsion to repeat the same things, tends to dominate our way of thinking. We succumb to mental patterns, which makes our actions repetitive as well. Yes. Yes. Okay, that is all right. Naturally, we follow physical routines, if that's with people, places, things, and habits, good or bad. Okay? Deliberately, you need to try to get yourself to do new things and take new actions. Put yourself in new places. Meet new people. That's how you get faster growth. That's how expansion naturally happens. Especially if you're feeling like creatively blocked or blocked in a certain area of your life, that's when you really need to push against the grain and be ruthless towards patterns and yourself. Like, just be like, yo, gotta get out there. I was a little bit in hermit mode, especially like peak winter. I was like, dang, like I've really been inside. Like I've been inside. And one thing I told myself was, hey, like, I gotta get outside. I gotta get, even if I'm not in an art show, I'm gonna go to an art show and support a friend I know. I'm gonna go to art events. I'm gonna go out and get coffee with one of my artist friends and go watercolor. I need to get out of the house. Because we tapped up in on this like a couple chapters ago where, yes, I can post online. I can do things from the comfort of my home. But unless you're dominating and going out in the field and being in person with any subject, with anything you're doing, it's not going to have the same effect. Get out there. Don't be scared. Get out there. Like, it's getting out there that creates the momentum and creates community and creates space. Because if nobody went out there, there would be like no art events or socials or mixers or places to go listen to music or shows. It's the getting out of there and getting out of your comfort zone that creates such amazing memories and spaces. And then also gives you opportunity to like build and create those things with others that are like-minded like you. Just take the risk. Subvert the patterns! And if you want to be really basic with like changing up the patterns, like do it with like your diet. I don't know. Maybe you only have 1 cup of tea a day. If you're having like herbal tea, have a second cup. Try a different flavor. Maybe you only wear black. Try to wear different colors. Like, you don't have to go full force with the first one. You can start off small, but switch it up because there's so much in life where like you might as well experience more than just what you already know. 4, create a sense of destiny. On page 260, believing you are destined to accomplish something does not make you passive or unfree, but the opposite. You are liberated of the normal doubts and confusions that plague us. You have a sense of purpose that guides you, but does not chain you to one way of doing things. And when your willpower is so deeply engaged, it will push you past any limits or dangers. I like to call it the fire under my ass. But it's overall just a fire. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you moving. Like that, I don't have words for it, but I have created my own sense of destiny that makes sense to me. And I know that this life will be amazing as long as I stay focused on that. As long as I am on path towards that. I don't know what doors are on the way. I don't know what pit stops there are. And yes, the unknown can sound sort of frightening, but to me that's so exciting. So, like the beginning of the chapters, it's crazy. Now I can like reflect back on other chapters of the book. Like on chapters 1, 2, and 3, we're talking about taking an inventory, looking at reality. What really excites you? What's something that you've put in your chest that you can take out and be like, wow, I really want to give this a shot. Maybe that's a part of your destiny. Fucking go do it. Because, like I've said time and time again, we all die. All of us that are breathing and living right now, we all die. And, like, God forbid, it's soon. I'd rather it be later, right? But that is a fact. So, like, things that light a fire under your ass like me, that's how I say it. Give it a shot. Because the only person at the end of the day that's getting hurt about it is you. Because you don't even, like, you're not even allowing yourself to see the potential that you possibly hold within yourself. And, you know, we are creatures of community. We are creatures of socialization. You tapping into your potential, you tapping into your passion, how is that going to trickle and affect others? It's all a domino effect. Or the butterfly effect, if we want to be really cheeky with it and like cringe. 5, bet on yourself. It is always easy to rationalize your own doubts and conservative instincts. It's so easy to be like, right now's not a good time. I'm going to start this time. Like, I just really don't see this working out. Or, you know, I could start this, but like, I know it's not going to get this attention. So what's the point of it? That is such a dangerous mentality to have. Because then you're not going to start anything. Some of the most beautiful things in arts, in film, inventions, they come from the soul of the individual. Of the individual with the pen and paper, with the thought, and then creating it in the physical reality. No one else was there to watch. The only difference between them is they went out and then still did it, even though they were like, they were the only ones that knew about it, right, in that moment. And then they still went out with it and put it out, which is a very vulnerable thing to do. And then it caught attention. And it's such a dangerous mentality to keep things to yourself like that if you really want to put it out there, because it just shows the lack of confidence you have. And you're hoping that, like, when there are better times in life, to then do it. What if that better time never comes? There's always going to be some bullshit going on in life that you can use as an excuse to not do something. You just got to do it. And, you know, some of, like, my best artwork, some of my best writings have come from negative time periods. That's just the truth. You should always be prepared for anything. Be prepared to bet on yourself. Be prepared if someone comes with an opportunity. Maybe you haven't done it before, but damn, you gonna do it. Because that offers you experience. That offers you expansion. Who says that you're not qualified? You have had experiences in 10 other areas with multiple other things, and you have a great skills when it comes to communication, your craft, with you know, discipline, staying persistent. Tap into something that you haven't done. Bet on yourself. Who knows what will come out of it? And actually, I'm going to bring up a story right now. I saw like a story online of a musician that I know, and they were playing a song by the Foo Fighters. And on the caption it was like, you know, I've been waiting to do this for so amount of years, and I finally did it, and it was way easier than I thought it was. And I reached out to them and I was like, why'd you wait so long? And they were like, yeah, I was just nervous. I wasn't ready for it because it's a different type of tuning and music language that I don't know. But then they explained it. So I was like, slay. But they were like, I'm really into it and I'm excited to see what I'm gonna like create from this and tap into. And like, I freaking love that. You know, like that's so freaking awesome. Just like with me, with my art, I like mixed media. I've been really like itching and getting into sculptures. The hand piece I did, Destiny, with the metals and the epoxy and all the craziness, was me entering that field. And I think that's one of the coolest pieces I've ever made. I was betting on myself, you know. And then it like went far when I went to that one show in Pancakes and Booze. So, yeah, like just freaking, it all starts with you. If you haven't learned anything from this series, you, I'm gonna swear right now, fuck what everyone else says. Fuck what everyone else says. I'm serious. Who cares what anyone else thinks about you? As long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're being a good person, go for your dreams. Build confidence. Show up for yourself every day. And make it happen. Because you can. You can make it happen. And I'm also telling this to myself. This book has been wonderful. It's been a good journey. I'm definitely going to be taking a break from the book reading thing for a while. I'm going to read my own books. And then we'll do another one again, guys. I promise. You know, I think we're seeing a flow with how I have been posting on YouTube now. But we got one chapter left. We got chapter 10. I hope you got some info out of chapter 9. And yeah. I got a video coming out here, I don't know, in the next week or so at some point. It's going to be fun though. It's just from that weekend, the live painting and the show. I did end up selling a piece to raise money for scholarships, and it was just amazing. I'm just so happy to be a part of something like that. But yeah, kick ass. Light that fire. I don't know what you need. Light that fire under your butt and make it happen. Stay authentic, everyone. And I can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday.